When foldable phones were first launched, a couple of questions were floated. What would I need a foldable phone for if we want big phones? So we'll get tablets. This gimmick won't even last or evolve. Isn't it just an expensive for nothing phone? Aha! I knew price was the issue. Well, all these are valid questions, with the cost being one of the most common. So, and I'm just throwing it out there, what if you could get an affordable foldable phone? I almost bit my tongue there. The Phantom line by Tecno is the premium line of the brand. And what they have done with the X2 series and the V Fold is starting to change the perception of people on what the brand is capable of. It's not just a budget line brand. With the Phantom V Fold coming in at between 120 and 150,000 Kenya shillings, this price point is not uncommon. So, in my 2 months with the Phantom V Fold review, I will dive into a list of what you can get from the V Fold that you can't get from any other non-foldable phones, and probably also what you can't get from it. So, what do you get that you can't get on your phone? For a start, dual screens. Both are LTPO AMOLED screens with 120Hz variable refresh rate that can go down to 10Hz to save power and 1100 nits peak brightness, so using it in direct sunlight is not an issue. The cover display has 6.42 inches, 1080p by 2550 pixels, protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, and has a touch sampling rate of 240Hz, which basically refers to how fast the screen responds to your touch commands. The foldable display comes in at 7.85 inches, 2000 by 2296 pixels, that is over 2K, with a faster touch sampling rate of 360Hz, making it amazing for gaming and on a big screen. These two screens are interchanged into by the hinge, made from aerospace grade materials that has been tested and folded 200,000 plus times, so it's durable. So, what does the extra screen offer that your phone can't? Well, other than the Transformers Flex, the bigger display is functionally beneficial, especially with what iOS Fold has been equipped with. You can quickly switch to multitasking by swiping down the 3 buttons at the top middle. This gives you the option to use 2 apps at once, and oh, wait, you can even add a third. What for? Well, just cause you can. You can switch to pop-up mode, where you can float a window and resize it, placing it wherever you want. Another quick action benefit is you can set up pairing of apps that you feel you will use mostly at the same time. You can also minimize apps and quickly get back to them from the dock, that is giving computer vibes. And take a look of this. If you swipe up to check my recently used apps, I don't just get a list of 1, but up to 6 at once, which is much better for productivity for us Android users who at times use more than even 3 apps at once. Also, not all, but some compatible apps can run on 2 screens at the same time. That you will have to turn on in settings. The social media browsing experience is top-notch on Instagram and Facebook, while TikTok will need a few firmware updates to be seamless, but it is still an enjoyable experience. The multi-pen feature for me is a favorite, as it makes me feel like I am using a computer. Again, more PC vibes, especially for WhatsApp and Telegram. But better yet, I can drag and drop a photo from the gallery and place it in a WhatsApp chat or my notes without exiting either of the 2 apps. For my daily use, I found myself a monitor for my production camera when shooting. Speaking of cameras, your phone doesn't have 5 cameras on it, does it? Well, the V Fold is equipped with a 50 megapixels main, 50 megapixels telephoto, 13 megapixels ultra wide, which in my opinion are the only cameras that should be used to take photos and videos. The other 2, 32 megapixels on the cover screen and 16 megapixels on the foldable screen, should just be used for meetings. Not because they are bad, but the other 3 give the best output, so why not use the best? The photos are crisp and detailed, with the camera's ability to shoot videos up to 4K at 60 FPS. When using the camera, the multiple screens play another role, by the way. You can take selfie videos and photos using the main camera and use the cover screen as your display. You can also take a photo as you preview other photos taken if you need to compare something. And you can even have your subject preview the photo you're taking of them. Then there is the 5000 mAh battery that is the biggest in any foldable phone so far, that fast charges at 45 watts and can take 60 to 70 minutes from 0 to 100%. This can give you a full day depending on usage, but considering it has, in comparison to other phones, what you would call 3 screens, it does well at 7 hours on screen time. Being that I use Bluetooth headphones throughout as well, as opposed to the stereo speakers, that battery life is dope. The performance is also great with the Dimensity 9000 Plus, going toe-to-toe with Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. In terms of benchmarks, the 5G capable phone has 12 GB of RAM, expandable by an extra 9 GB of virtual RAM, and options of 256 and 512 GB of storage. No expandable storage in the dual SIM slot. With fast face unlock and fast fingerprint reader mounted on the unlock button, your phone's security is guaranteed. What is it that you can't get from it then? It's not light, coming in at 299 grams, but it is two phones after all. Also, there is no wireless charging, which I don't mind. Also, no water resistance rating. Of course, some of these compromises help in bringing down the cost, but do not diminish the overall experience and value of the phone. As people are still getting into terms with the fact that Tecno actually has a premium, fully functional, fantastic foldable phone. The ripple effect, it seems, will either be a drop in prices of foldable phones in general. Okay, that's a tall order. Well, at least we have the option of availability of foldables in the mid-range segment, which is more achievable, if you ask me. Now, the V Fold might not be the most premium, foldable, globally available phone, but it is the one foldable that offers the best value for money, considering what it has to offer. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us with the next generation of the Phantom V Fold.